Hi, boys and girls. This week we are going to start learning about personal narratives. Personal narratives tell a story about a real moment in your life. We are going to listen to a personal narrative called Jabari Jumps. In the story, the character Jabari tells about a moment in his life at a pool. Let's listen to the story.
Jabari Jumps, written by Gaia Cornwall. I'm jumping off the diving board today, Jabari told his dad. Really? Said his dad. The diving board was high and maybe a little scary, but Jabari had finished his swimming lessons and passed his swim test, and now he was ready to jump. I'm a great jumper, said Jabari, so I'm not scared at all. Jabari watched the other kids climb the long ladder. They walked all the way out to the end of the board as big as tiny bugs. Then they stood on the edge. They spread their arms and bent their knees and sprang up, up, up. And then they dove down, 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 splash. Looks easy, Jabari said. But when his dad squeezed his hand, Jabari squeezed back. Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder. He looked up. You can go before me if you want, he told the kid behind him. I need to think about what kind of special jump I'm going to do. Jabari thought and thought. Jabari started to climb up and up. This ladder is very tall, he thought. Are you okay? Called his dad. I'm just a little tired, said Jabari. Maybe you should climb down and take a tiny rest, said his dad. A tiny rest sounded like a good idea. When he got to the bottom, Jabari remembered something. I forgot to do my stretches, he said to his dad. Stretching is very important, said his dad. I think tomorrow might be a better day for jumping, Jabari said. They looked up at the diving board together. It's okay to feel a little scared, said his dad. Sometimes, if I feel a little scared, I take a deep breath and tell myself I am ready. And you know what? Sometimes it stops feeling scary and feels a little like a surprise. Jabari loves surprises. Jabari took a deep breath and felt it fill his body from the ends of his hair right down to the tips of his toes. Jabari looked up. He began to climb. Up and up and up and up until he got to the top. Jabari stood up straight. He walked all the way to the end of the board. His toes curled around the rough edge. Jabari looked out as far as he could see. He felt like he was ready. I love surprises, he whispered. He took a deep breath and spread his arms and bent his knees. Then he sprang up off the board, flying. Jabari hit the water with a splash. Down, down, down he went, and then back up. Whoosh! Jabari, you did it, said his dad. I did it, said Jabari. I'm a great jumper. And you know what? What, said his dad. Surprise double backflip is next.
What did Jabari tell us about in his personal narrative? That's right. He told us about a time he went to the pool and jumped off the diving board. This story is a good example of a personal narrative because Jabari told us about one moment in his life and showed us how brave he was when he finally jumped off the diving board. Now we're going to talk about some personal narrative ideas that we can use when we are ready to write our own personal narrative. Remember, boys and girls, a personal narrative is about one moment in your life. So let's talk about some examples of things that we can write about when we're ready to write personal narratives. We can write about a special moment with our family. We can write about a special moment with our pet or pets. Maybe you have a special moment with your friend you would want to write about. Maybe you went to a really fun party and that was a special moment for you that you could write about. You can use school, and if something happened at school that was a special moment to you, you can use that to write about that in your personal narrative. Or maybe you took a vacation and a special moment happened on one of your vacations that you can write about. There are tons of things that we can write about when we're writing personal narratives. We're going to continue talking about personal narratives and how to write them this week. Great job today, boys and girls.